Having dogs is a constant battle against germs and viruses. It's one of the many reasons they love pet turf so much. But pet turf is very expensive, so I'm going to show you guys how to do it yourself and save a lot of money. I'm also going to show you how to vaccinate your dog properly and save a lot of money. I'm going to show you some of my tips to keeping a clean kennel and why it's so important to keep your dog's living conditions clean to win the battle against viruses. To win the battle against viruses, there's just 3 easy steps. Keep your dog clean, keep your dog's living environment clean, and keep your dogs vaccinated. I think everybody knows how to bathe their dog. With Bulldogs, make sure you're getting in that tail pocket. Tell them, Pantera. Make sure you're getting in that tail pocket. Make sure you're getting in their wrinkles and their face folds. And make sure you're drying them off really good. The most important part about washing your dog is drying them off, especially with Bulldogs because of the folds like I was mentioning. The folds will trap in moisture. The moisture will create yeast infection, can trap in bacteria, dirt, bacterial infection. So believe it or not, drying off your dog is the most important part. If you're having any skin issues and you've been dreading going to the vet because of those big bills that you're probably gonna rack up going to the vet trying to figure out what's going on, I recommend you use this iodine therapy soap we have on our website now. BigBoneBulldogs.com, go check it out. You used to not be able to get this over the counter, prescription grade, medicated iodine shampoo, and it works wonders on skin issues. If you got skin crap going on and you can't figure it out and you don't know what it is, I recommend you use this iodine therapy shampoo first and go from there, because more than likely it's gonna clear up any issues you have. You just lather it on, let it sit for about 5 minutes, and wash it off. I will warn you though, it's gonna make anything it comes into contact with red. Your dog might even have a tint of red to it when you're done, but don't let that bother you. Then there's keeping your dog's play yard clean. I'm sure not everybody has turf. You might have a concrete pad play yard, and you can treat that the same way as turf. Today we're gonna talk about the turf. This is just my play yard. My dogs go out into the main yard to use the bathroom for the most part. Of course, they're still gonna go to the bathroom in here. If they poop, I let it dry up. I come back with a shovel the next day, scoop up the poop. It's just that simple. Cleaning your turf, you're gonna wanna use a cleaner that's gonna break down all the organic matter. Come back with your pressure washer. I recommend a pressure washer. Rinse all the organic matter off that's been broken down now, so now you have a clean surface. Now you're gonna wanna come back with a germicidal or virucide cleaner. You're gonna wanna lay that on there so that now it can have direct contact with any viruses that may be present and it can kill them. Then you're gonna rinse that off. You're gonna do this routinely and you're gonna keep a clean play yard. Now this only works if you installed the turf properly. A lot of people cut corners with turf because it's very expensive. This is 10,000 square feet you're looking at here. If I would have used an outside company, it would have cost me $10,000. They charge you about $1 a square foot for turf installation. So 10,000 square feet like this would have cost you $10,000. I think I did it for about $7,500. Still very expensive, but that's what it cost to do it right. I started by removing the top 4 inches of soil that has all the parasites and bugs, all the nastiness in it. Then I replaced it with 4 inches of crushed rock. I then compacted that rock in nice and tight so that I still had a flat surface. Then I purchased pet grade pet turf, and I laid out the pet turf over top of the 4 inches of crushed rock. The 4 inches of crushed rock will now give me drainage. So now when the dogs pee, the pee is going all the way down to the bottom, no smell, and they're not rolling around in it. A lot of people just get Home Depot turf and lay it over sand or lay it over dirt. You're working backwards. You're creating a dirtier, nastier environment for your dogs than if they just would have went outside. Because now all that pee is it's not gonna go down. It's gonna go sideways. It's gonna hit that sand and just puddle out. It's just gonna puddle out in the sand and the dirt and stay there. Feces, parasites, it's all gonna live in that soil and be there to recontaminate other dogs or the same dog over and over. So that's why turf is so good when it's done right with the crushed rock for drainage so the pee can go down to the bottom. I live in Florida where it rains routinely here, so I don't even need to clean it as often as you'd think. A good rainstorm, a good thunderstorm, soaks down this turf and I'm good to go. But it's still good to routinely come over it every month or two with a germicide or a viricide. Looks like little grumpy Gary's ready for his vaccines though. So now let's go inside and I'm gonna show you guys how to vaccinate your dog properly. All right, this is gonna make some of you guys upset because you're gonna wish you've been vaccinating your puppies yourself your entire life. You're gonna be very upset for all the time you've wasted and all the money you've wasted driving to the vet for them to vaccinate your puppy. I'm gonna show you how simple it is. First, the vaccines, you can get those online at horizonanimalcare.com. Use code BBB. Syringes, you're gonna need 25 and 20 gauge syringes. The vaccines will come in 2 bottles, a diluent and the actual vaccine in powder form. They have to be mixed together to be activated. They need to be temperature controlled. These need to be stored in your fridge. You're gonna start with a fresh syringe. We're gonna take our fresh syringe. Did you pee up here? Jesus. Bro, you peed? Come on. Oh. Puppies. Dogs. We'll keep it raw. We won't edit this out. All right. Syringe. Fresh 25 gauge needle. Let's put this to the side. Then we're going to put a larger 20 gauge tip on it to draw the diluent out with. All right. We've got the diluent out. That's trash. Now let's take our vaccine bottle. We're going to inject the diluent into the vaccine. And you're just going to gently roll it. You're just going to gently roll the vaccine. You're not going to shake it violently. That will damage the vaccine. Gently roll the vaccine, and then we're going to suck it right back out. You got to kind of shimmy it down till you get to the tip of that syringe so that you get all the liquid that's puddling up in the bottom there. Make sure you get it all out. All right. We're going to put this to the side because this has our sticker for our record keeping. We're obviously going to get all the air out. Whoop. All the air's out. Now we're going to get rid of this 20 gauge tip that's already been dulled by going in 2 different vaccine vials. We're going to take our smaller, fresh syringe, sharp syringe tip. We're going to administer the shot subcutaneously in between the elbow and the shoulder blade in this big loose pocket of skin. You're going to pitch a tent. So you're going to pinch the skin like this, pitching a tent. And you're going to come in from the side of the tent into that empty pocket of loose skin, which is above the muscle, under the skin. In between the shoulder blade and the elbow, loose skin, pitch a tent, come in the tent, make sure you're not going out the other side of the tent, that you're just going into that pocket, empty pocket, inject the vac. Can you not turn that way? Thank you. Inject the vaccine, rub it out. It might make a little bubble sometimes. It's perfectly normal. Don't worry about it. Put this away. We're going to go back to our bottle. On the bottle, you're going to find a little sticker. This sticker, you're going to put on your health certificate or whatever you have for your record keeping. In Florida, you have to sell a puppy. You have to have state-issued health certificates to sell a dog. So I do health certificates on all my dog, and I record each vaccine on the health certificate. Come here, pissy pants. So this is the back of my kennel. You can see I used crushed stone. Other people I've seen do poured concrete. I chose to go against the poured concrete and did the crushed stone because the drainage, again, with the stone. So now the dogs can just pee out here and I don't have to really worry about that. Where the pee, if I had a concrete slab, I would have to be coming out here and rinsing out the pee a lot more often. So with the stone, that allows me to not have to rinse out the pee. I live in Florida, again, it rains all the time. I really never have to worry about pee out here. The only thing I do have to do is I come through and I routinely pooper scoop. You can see I have water in each stall, all plumbed in. I can turn one switch and feed water to all 10 stalls with just one turn. So that makes it really simple for me. And when it's simple, you do it. And keeping fresh water is another step to fighting viruses. Maybe that's a fourth step I didn't say earlier. I don't know if that could almost be its own step because it really is important. Over here I have a washer and dryer. I still got to close that in, but I got a separate washer and dryer for the dog linens, which goes back to also fighting the viruses, keeping everything clean, keeping their environment clean. Their bedding, their linens, their sheets, you need to regularly wash them. So I have my own washer and dryer strictly for the dog linens out here, super hot water, wash them regularly, keep them clean.